Yesterday, as we began the second week of Advent and lighting our pink candle and discussing the joyfulness that we felt in the day and doing something joyful as we look forward to Christmas. For me, as much as Christmas is my favorite time of year. I don't think I'm alone in that. Many people feel Christmas is their favorite time of year with the lights and the smells, the bells and the treats and the seeing each other, although we may not be doing a whole lot of that this Advent and Christmas season. But Christmas is many people's favorite time of year. For me, as much as I love Christmas decorations, and the rectory is full of them, I'm sure by now I'm filming these ahead of time, but I'm sure by now I've posted photos of the rectory decorated at Christmas. But one of my favorite things to do at Christmas time and in this Advent season is to set up my nativity scene. Even when I was a kid, I loved on the day after Thanksgiving, my family and I would start decorating our house for Christmas. And one of the things I loved to set up with my dad on our mantle in our house above our fireplace was our nativity scene. And even today, I love looking at nativity scenes. And so for this joyful week of our Gaudete week and Gaudete Sunday, which was yesterday, I want to talk about the nativity scene. I'm sure many of you have nativity scenes in your home. If you don't have one, go on Amazon right now, buy one. They can't be that expensive. There are very nice ones that are expensive, don't get me wrong. But every home should have a nativity scene, especially at this time of year. And so I want to focus on the different characters that we see in the nativity scene. Today, I want to focus on our Blessed Mother. More often than not, in any nativity scene you see, the person closest to the baby Jesus is Mary. Mary is either depicted holding the baby Jesus or kneeling down right next to the crib. Mary is always the closest figurine to the baby Jesus. Even St. Joseph is mostly seen standing, right? So Mary is closer to Jesus than even St. Joseph in a lot of nativity scenes. I'd even go as far to say every nativity scene. So what does that show us? Yes, Mary is the mother of God. Mary is the Immaculate Conception. Mary is our nature's solitary boast. And Mary is all of those things because of her devotion to God. Now, I would even say to the Blessed Trinity, which we've talked about in previous videos. But Mary didn't know about the Holy Spirit, and she knew that she gave birth to God and Son. I don't think she fully understood Jesus as God right away, but we can talk about those things later. But nonetheless, Mary, being completely devoted to the will of the Father, completely giving herself over to God, she shows us how to be a faithful disciple. And the best and most important thing to do is to be as close to Jesus as possible. This brings us back to the three ways to be a faithful disciple of Jesus: daily prayer, receiving the Eucharist, especially at Mass on Sunday, and going to the Sacrament of Reconciliation. Those three things keep us close to Jesus, as Mary is very close to Jesus, which is evident in almost every nativity scene around the world.